go. It's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk first look replay analysis for Madogthefirst, who's a good player. This should be interesting. We're going to go through this together. It's the first time I've looked at this replay. Mad Dog's in his Tiger 2, which he claims is the best tier 8 in the game. Let's find out. Is the Tiger 2 the best tier 8 in the game? He's jumped around to a new clan, it looks like. He's in Zeus. Anyway, it's the tier 8 German heavy tank. It's a tech tree tank. I happen to agree with him. I don't know if I would say it's the best, but it's definitely in the top 5 tier 8 heavy tanks. I do like the Tiger 2. People give it a bad rap. A lot of reasons, I think, for the large part, people expect it to be dominant because of its historical nature. I guess the legend around it, kind of like the Tiger 1. But when they rush up to it, they find out that, hey, it's as good as the rest, or maybe only slightly better. It's not completely dominant. Plus, it's these tier 9s and tier 10s, so that can be rough. 357, he's bottom tier, so we're going to show this for a couple reasons. I have seen the damage, so at least as far as what happens in the game and how much damage he does, obviously I know what's happened there because I downloaded all that information when I went to the replay site. But as far as how we get here on Lakeville on the south spawn, I don't know. So let's find out. You can see that I think he's 3-marked that. It's hard to tell with the Germans, but that's definitely a 3-marked Tiger 2. So Mad Dog obviously knows what he's doing with the Tiger 2, and he's going to immediately head over towards the town. He's got a pretty good stack of scouts and things in the middle. He's going to come across here. He knows that position. Look at him line up with the T-49 right there, taking a shot. Might as well. And then he gets a little bit there. I think that thing's behind a rock there, Mad Dog. And if you'd have moved a little bit further forward, you might have actually been able to aim around the rock. Now you can see what's going on. Oh, look, he must be in the bush right there. He's poking out a little bit, but he's living. Somehow he's living. So 3 shots down range. Why are you carrying so much HE? I just noticed what on earth? 10 HE? What are you doing? Mad Dog, explain yourself in the comments. There's probably a good reason, and I don't know what it is. But let's find out when he notes it. So he's got a T-44 in the middle. Looks like a Batchat's gone into town. There's a Cran and a Conway over in the Valley of Dopiness. Over in Dopey Valley. The good news is that only 3 of his tanks have gone over there, so that's not bad. Although it is the T-10 and the ST-1. The ST-1. The ST-1 would be a nice asset to have over in the city over here, but nope, he's camping behind a rock right there in a bush. And the Scorpion's wandering around, and slowly but surely Mad Dog is making his way into town. This is basically how I play this game now. Not this game, but this map. Carefully move into the town. If you're top tier, if I was a top tier heavy, I'd probably move right towards the town, but I wouldn't want to get so far ahead of my buddies that I was the only guy in there. If you're a tier 8, being a little more careful, looking for shots along the way like Mad Dog is doing, let it develop a little bit, make sure that they aren't swarming in there and crushing everything in sight is not a bad idea. Plus, he was taking a few shots along the way, and that's one of the reasons that usually slows me down, is I might be taking shots in the middle, doing some, it's not really a blind shot in the case of what Mad Dog was doing, but a lined up shot or a lined up blind shot. I don't know. Maybe we need to coin a phrase for that. Maybe there is a phrase for that, and I don't know what the heck it is. Yeah, see, I don't like stopping right there for that exact reason. I probably would have pushed straight in to help support those guys, and holy cow, there's guys in every direction. And now, oh man, this looks like the end. It's all over for Mad Dog. It's all over for Mad Dog. Nope, he survived. I knew he survived. I saw what happened. All right, here we go. Mad Dog is now tucking up against the church, doing a little side scraping. I'm trying to figure out where, if I was at T-44, where would I be? Probably right about there, I think. Side scraping, and that is one of the strengths of the Tiger 2. It actually is a competent side scraper. Oh, see that thing move? He just fired at that branch that moved, so that T-44 was definitely somewhere in that vicinity. Oh, the T-44 answers back. I see your blind shot, and I raise you one in your side. Oh, wait a minute. He may have actually been firing at the Patton. I bet he was firing at the Patton. So that's a really interesting thing you've got to watch out for. That is one of those things where people will say hacker, stuff like that. He was probably shooting at that Patton, who was spotted by the guys on the right over there and happened to hit poor Mad Dog. I do try to take that into consideration at times. If I'm sitting in a spot and I know the guy next to me is spotted and I know there's shots coming in from the other direction and I'm in between, I try to get out of the way if I can. And this is rough. I mean, he's just really exposed right here. Oh, the T-44 is getting pushed, or he's decided to move on. Mad Dog's waiting for the cooldown for his ammo rack. There's. See how he fixed that immediately? He had been keeping an eye on that thing. And now he's got the strength of the Tiger II back, which is its reload and DPM is pretty good for a Tier 8 heavy. Well, this is not a looking great. I mean, this is really a scrap right here. There's a Leopard, the K91. Oh, there's one of the new mediums up there. I think that actually hit him at some point. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. For 316. All right, so we're moving back around here, taking a look, being cagey. He's got 2 friends, 1 less now. I was just about to say he's got 2 friends that are one-shots. Oh, the Leopard puts a shot into him and ammo racks him again. Oh, no. So we got 900 damage, we got 791 spotting, and we're at 31 hit points. And this is aggressive. He's scoffing. He's daring that Leopard to take another shot at him right there. Expose itself and let him take a return shot. Now the Stur's a Sturv in the middle, and that's probably more dangerous than the T-44. T-44 has a turret, so sometimes it'll react better, but that Sturv's got very good accuracy in the middle. And down it goes. Mad Dog's 103 Sturv version took it down, so that was a big kill. So now there's a lot more freedom of movement in the middle here, and Mad Dog immediately takes advantage of that by coming around this side, knowing that he can't be hit by anybody up on the middle road because they're not there. So there's a 50B, there's Mad Dog, there's the Pantera. What is going on? The 50B is in pretty good shape. So now they're looking for opportunities here to close in for the kill. Nice shot. That is one of the strengths of the Tiger II, and probably one of the reasons why Mad Dog likes it so much. Look at the accuracy on this thing. Watch this. He's going to hit it. Oh, he missed. Maybe this time. Little scoot forward. Low doesn't really know what's going on. We're going to get a nice aimed shot and right into the turret. Now the Low knows what's going on, and he got hit. Oh, unfortunately, the track gets fixed. Oh, and he gets away. K91 is on his last leg. The Proto takes a big hit. And Mad Dog is making sure he doesn't want to let that Proto get on his side. That is problematic. Need to get rid of him. There's also the Leopard up there he's got to think about. Those two come around their side, and down goes the Pantera and Mad Dog, and his team is immediately back to even, if not at a disadvantage. And oh, the Pantera goes down. Reload time on the Proto. He got spotted. Proxy spotted coming on in here. See if we can get that shot. Yes! Down he goes with the regular AP on the upper plate with an orange reticle. Oh no, Leopard's coming in. Oh man, that would have been nice. That would have been really nice. And now it's just these two facing off, and this guy is trying to peek through, and down he goes. Nice job right there. And we only have a K91. Yep. You'll note what Mad Dog just did there, right? He killed that PTA, was rocking back and forth, made a move like he was going to come around that corner, and then did not come around that corner. Because the K91, if he had a shot through there, was going to clearly be aiming, or could be aiming through that open spot, even just waiting for timing, right? So you're still lit, you start moving, and even if you went dark, he probably pops a shot in there and maybe has a chance of taking you out. So he just makes a couple jukes back and forth. Once he knows he's dark, he goes the direction he wants to go, and now he is the unknown Tiger. Well, there he is. And damn it, nicely done. A lot of work done on 31 hit points. Never giving up, using the accuracy on the tank, side scraping, good SA on the fight that was going on around him, and ends up being quite effective as a bottom tier heavy in a 3.57. That is a pretty good clinic for everyone who's watching this channel on how you operate. Was he hanging out in the back or back on the road? No. Was he right up in the front punching face? No. This is one of those kind of support situations. I hesitate to say that because most people who say that don't really understand what that means. He was support by presence up front, but he wasn't forcing the issue by trying to be the spearhead. He was definitely around where he had shots up at the front where the fight was going on, which is how you do it if you're going to call yourself a support. And it's not a, there are no tanks that are support tanks. There are situations and maps and modes where you need to do that. This was one of those cases. It's a tricky thing, it really is, but Mad Dog put on a good clinic for how you do it. Thanks for sending that in, Mad Dog. You know, it's not a 7,000 damage game, but I think it's probably even more important than showing, especially for up-and-comers who are learning the game, trying to get to that, up over that 50% spot. This is the kind of game that you have to get yourself up over 50% to work towards 55%. It's the kind of game where you're bottom tier, you don't have a whole lot of opportunities. Potentially you could walk right into their tier 10s and get massacred and have a 0 damage or 200, 300 damage game. This is the kind of gameplay right here that will elevate you to that 55% gameplay area where you are actually able to be effective most of the time in a tier 8 or any tank in a bottom tier situation. And it takes that kind of gameplay to do it. Good example there, Mad Dog. Thanks for sending it in. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you liked what you saw. And if you did and you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, your enemies. Get them all to subscribe. And we will see you.